In 2021, less than 1% of births in America were the result of an egg donation. And twins Madison and Sydney, who moved to the UK from America aged 9, are keen to find out more about their egg donor and are wondering if testing their DNA could help find her. Hey! Hi girls, how are you?
Nice
Sydney.
to meet you. Yes.
I'm Stacey, how are you? Hello Madison. Oh my gosh, it's lovely out there. So girls, lovely to meet you. Why are you hoping to take a DNA test? What are you trying to find out?
We were IVF and we had a donor mom and we just don't really know who she is.
So you were conceived with the help of an egg donor?
Yeah.
Oh. And you know, I feel like we often hear about sperm donation, but we hear less about egg donation.
Yeah.
Do you remember the moment when you found out how you were conceived?
Yeah. Our mom was 42 when she had us. And my friend had made a joke about how I must be IVF because my mom was older than is normal for having babies. And I said, no, definitely not. We would have known.
I laughed it off to my dad because I was like, oh, so she's crazy for thinking that. And he just awkwardly laughed. And then later at dinner, they were like, okay, we got to tell you something. And it all came out.
So do you remember what they said?
Yeah, it was weird. They were beating around the bush still, loads. Understandably, it's kind of hard. They said something along the lines of, we needed some help to naturally conceive because we were older. We got an egg donor.
The biggest thing about learning that I was conceived by an egg donor is all the questions that it brings up.
I'm very curious about what she does, what is her career, what kind of mannerism she has, does she have children, what she's like as a person, how similar are we? Finding out about the egg donor is really important to me. It will maybe provide some answers to who I am.
There's a chance I'm extremely similar to this woman. I'd really want to know if she's pleased to have children out there. I think that we're both taking a massive leap here. If someone came back to me and said, hi, I'm your child, she couldn't have even begin to imagine that. I think the closer we get, the more apprehensive I actually get, because I think that it would be really strange to find out information.
Usually I feel so many emotions, but I think now I'm unsure of how to feel because I don't know what's gonna happen.
And we're lucky because whatever happens to me happens to you.
Madison and Sydney are going to find out what Churi and the team have managed to discover.
Hello, it's so great to see you guys again. How are you doing?
Good.
Good, but nervous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Relieved that we can get some answers.
When you first came to see us, it was to find out about your genetic parent. And that's because you found out a few years ago that you were donor conceived. The fact that you're looking is really interesting because in the last decade, people searching for their donors has gone up 200%.
Wow.
Yeah. So you're part, I think, of a wave of people. They'd like to find out more about that side. And in this case, DNA was really the only route because the clinic has shut down. So we got some pretty clear results about your ancestry. On your donor's side, you are English, Scottish, Irish, essentially from here. That's what your ancestry is.
Mad that we've ended up here and that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes perfect sense because from the 19th to the 20th century, almost 5 million people migrated from the UK to the US. So the next thing is we wanted to see who you're getting DNA matches with. So we could start building a family tree, which sometimes can take months, years, but this took minutes. Minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. We got a very close match. Not your donor, but a cousin.
That's crazy.
She was lovely and put me in touch with your donor.
Wow.
We were able to find her. Kate, it's her first name. She was just so pleased to hear about you. She lives in the Pacific Northwest of the US, and she and her husband have 2 children. They run their own business and enjoy the outdoors. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just shocked. I didn't think you'd be able to find her, to be honest.
I know this is something you've been thinking about for a few years. She would love a photo of the 2 of you, if that's okay.
I'm sure we could manage that.
The least we could do.
Yeah. She's understandably processing, but we get the impression that she would like to be in touch in the future. So really promising, really positive. I'm just so pleased we were able to find some answers to those big questions about your identity.
Thank you so much. Like, we obviously couldn't have done it without you.
Our pleasure, absolutely.
Bye.
See you soon.
See you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.